Hi, I'm John from Premium Builds. In this video, I'll show you how to install your Ryzen CPU. This video covers any CPU that uses the AM4 socket. It's relevant right from the older Ryzen Zen 1 CPUs, current CPUs like the Ryzen 3200G and 3600, right up to the Ryzen 3950X. They're all fitted in the same way. This socket will support the next generation Ryzens too, so it's relevant for the upcoming CPUs as well. Before you start, you'll need a crosshead screwdriver to fit the Wraith Stealth CPU cooler that comes with Ryzen 3 and 5 CPUs. It's best to do this job outside of the case and put the motherboard on the foam it ships with to protect the components on the rear of the board. So, let's get started. Handle the CPU with care because dropping it could result in bent or broken pins. Leave it in the plastic case until you're ready to fit it and handle it carefully by the edges. Start by lifting the lever arm on the socket to 90 degrees. This moves a grid that will later clamp the pins into place. Next, take your CPU and orient it so that the small golden arrow in the corner is pointing directly away from the point where the lever arm meets the socket. You can see in that corner there's a pin missing. Correctly oriented, the CPU will drop straight into the socket and sit flush. Then lower the arm and lock it into place under the tab. That's all there is to it. Your AMD Ryzen CPU is now installed. Here's how you install the AMD stock cooler. AMD motherboards ship with two hook-style retainers on the socket, which are used with Wraith Prism cooler, which comes with the Ryzen 3700Xs or higher. If you're fitting that cooler, you don't need to modify anything here. However, the coolers that come with the Ryzen 3600 and 3600X both require you to remove the clips. This allows the cooler to screw into the back plate behind, so use your screwdriver to remove them. The cooler has thermal paste pre-applied, so you just need to fit it over the CPU socket. The retainers on this cooler are sprung screws to ensure the correct mounting pressure on the CPU. Hold the cooler in place and screw it down corner by corner. It can take a bit of force to overcome the screw spring pressure, so go carefully. Doing opposite corners in turn in a star pattern can help, and don't over tighten the screws, just bottom them out. Finally, route the fan cable neatly and plug it into the CPU fan header. It's normally close to the socket and marked CPU fan or similar, but consult your motherboard manual. I hope you found this video useful. Please like and subscribe if you did. We've got plenty more videos coming, including a full build video. Check out premiumbuilds.com for all the best component guides, advice, and build recommendations.